Welcome back to the BOE Entertainment Podcast, also known as the BOCast.
Oh.
I am one of three hosts, Phil.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Kevin.
Welcome back, guys. It's good to see you. It's been a while.
Thank you so much for joining
For a
us
little
on the BOE Entertainment
Fireside chat.
Entertainment Podcast.
Entertainment.
Entertainment Podcast.
It's the Entertainment Podcast.
Shout out to Alan on
Shout out to
Smiling
Alan.
Friends. You're our best friend, and I
Yeah.
love you.
It's true. Just me.
Well, guys, how have you guys been?
Oh,
It's been a
dude,
week.
I'm doing
Yeah.
good. I'm doing good. I'm tired for sure.
Woo,
Got fucking
tired on
surgery
Sunday?
tomorrow, so
Oh,
that's not gonna
Oh,
be fun.
yeah, you've got nose surgery.
Yeah, nose surgery, sinus surgery. It's gonna
Yeah.
be fun. for
He's
sure.
getting a nose job because he
Yeah,
thinks that he
yeah,
looks
yeah.
too much like Barbara Streisand right
Yes. Well, I mean, ever since she got me into the industry as her son, I just figured that I gotta hide it as fast as possible. So I just,
Mhm. So just
gotta
get that
gotta get that
operation.
out of there.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
I often mistake you for Barbara.
It's pretty striking. I'm not gonna lie to you, especially when I wear the right sundress and a hat. Oh, it's over.
You're striking.
I'm
You are striking.
I'm shimmering.
Do you remember that
It's pretty
time?
crazy.
There's like a
Listening.
Barbara Streisand movie in like San Francisco or something like that, and they try so hard to make her look like Katharine Hepburn. And it's like, you guys understand that she'll never be that, right? You understand
I think
that
I know what you're
she'll
talking about.
never
You will
be
never
Katharine
be
Hepburn.
Catherine.
You'll
Not
never
gonna
be
happen.
her.
Don't even
Hey,
try.
Barbara,
Go home,
even now,
Barbs.
you'll never be
You ain't
Katharine Hepburn.
Catherine Hepburn.
I
always-
thought it was weird. I was like, you guys are like the bun up, like Breakfast at Tiffany's type shit. We were like, you know that's not her.
What movie
Yeah.
is this?
I can't remember what it's called. It's like a young Barbara Streisand in San Francisco with like some guy, and it's like a kind of like romantic
Ooh.
comedy because apparently Barbara Streisand was funny at one point.
Whenever I hear her name, I just
That's
always.
a hot take. I mean, I don't even fucking
Yeah.
watch it, but she's
Yeah.
got a movie called Funny Girl. I don't know. Wouldn't that be so funny if we just watched it?
Yeah,
It was
but-
so bad, she just wasn't funny.
Apparently she's pretty
Could have been
funny in it.
honestly.
I don't
There's
know.
a lot of
Apparently,
stuff like that back in
supposedly.
But
the
also,
day.
like,
I
but
know,
also,
right?
like,
There's
the
all a bunch of
character- the
anti-Semitic
character that
jokes.
she plays in Funny Girl is just her.
Yeah.
Like I
Oh,
think that was the whole
that
point
sounds
is that
so
it's basically
obnoxious.
just her.
That sounds so. Have you ever met somebody like that?
What?
Like that girl from Funny Girl, just like pick me, but like
Oh yeah.
semi-talented.
Yes.
Yeah, you know.
Bro, we
what
went
I'm
to an
fucking saying.
arts
I
college.
Literally, I was
What are
about
you
to say,
talking
I have a
about?
plethora of people like that I'm so happy I don't speak. to.
Oh,
yeah. We met so many people.
A lot
Yeah.
like that.
I went to a school full of that for a bio degree.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did that.
I feel you did.
Still published.
It's a weird place. Yes, still
Mhm.
published, so it didn't matter.
Dope. Nothing
Yeah.
matters.
Cool.
Well, what,
All
are,
right,
we, what are
well,
we thinking for today?
Welcome to our
Phil?
first segment. This is Music Spotlight. So this week,
Mm.
every single week, we come in and we have albums.
Yes.
Nick has an album today.
Yes, I do.
Yes,
I do.
I was a bitch about it. It was like, you must have an album. You must. Because I don't know if
Smart.
you saw me on the last episode.
Video essay
but I,
spotlight for the week. Oh, you both don't have one? Whoa!
Whoa.
Crazy.
Actually, I do. Thank you very
Wow.
much.
Holy
I actually
shit.
did make one.
Tell me about your
so-
favorite shipwreck.
My favorite
Your
shipwreck,
favorite
Titanic.
marine. Really?
Yep.
The most basic bitch choice that you could go with.
Actually,
100%.
It's pretty
technically it's
basic.
not a shipwreck, but the
You
what-
don't call it a
Lusitania?
shipwreck?
The Lusitania.
Yeah, the one that the Germans sunk that got us into World War One.
Okay. All right. I'll accept
Ah.
that.
You know what?
I'll
I
accept that.
really like that ship that crashed when going into Antarctica when trying to explore it, and then everybody like got eaten by polar bears.
Classic.
When did what ship was
It's a great one.
Look at that photo. There's a famous painter.
Yeah, it's right behind you, actually.
There's a
Little
polar bear right there.
orangutan point. No, I won't be doing that.
Okay, well, we lost.
All right, so
Yep. Let's do
this week we are all at our albums.
it. Yes.
I would like Kevin to go first, please. What's your
Sweet.
album this week?
Yeah, I've been listening to Hot Boy, Life of a Hot Boy. That album is so good. So I never listened to Hot Boy, and honestly, my experience with like the Florida rap scene is just like Kodak Black. Really,
Mhm.
that's as deep as it usually gets. But
Right.
I was teaching like last week, and a student was playing and it's like a 5 foot like little girl. I was trying to like check everybody's work, and she had Hot Boy. I was like, "Are you kidding me? You listening to Hot Boy?" And
Yes.
she was like, "I just came back from Florida. I was living there for a minute. I am one of their culture, and I'm bringing it to New York." And I was
Oh,
like,
wow.
for such a
I
bold
love
claim
that.
for a Hot Boy, like, all right, you know what? You sold me on that pitch. Put me on.
There we go.
And
Let's see. Yeah.
You know what? Really, really fucking good. Life of a Hot
I gotta
Boy
listen to it.
2021, really fucking good.
What kind of rap is it?
I think
Like,
I mean
is
it's
it
Florida
X
rap.
style?
Yeah, it's a little bit. I mean, it's got
Like
a little bit of emo. Yeah,
emo
it's got some
rap,
emo there.
or
I would
okay.
say it's really similar to Kodak Black. I mean, he's still talking about the gang life. He's still,
Still
talking about
trapping.
trapping. Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
But he gets in his feels. He got a little bit of Tupac in him, a little bit of Kendrick, because he literally starts that album with "I Have a Dream," and it's just him going off about like the kind of world he wants to live in, the world ruled by Hot Boy, and ooh, I want to live in that world.
Nice.
Oh,
I want
really?
to live in
Hell
that
yeah.
world.
Now,
Ooh, yeah.
because he is a Florida rapper, in the world that's run by Hot Boy, would we all have to have wicks in our hair? Like we all have
Yeah,
to like wick up
fully,
our hair?
fully. I'd be down with that.
We would look ridiculous.
I'm fucking down with
I
it.
think the
I had
only
a
white
foot-tall
person I've ever
mohawk in
seen
high
There would be some
school. Like,
casualties.
slightly
For
rock
sure.
put
the
your
wicks.
shit up. Like,
The
come
only
on.
the only person I've ever seen to like slightly rock the wicks is BLP Kosher.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
I
That's
will give
also-
you that one.
That's
that
the
guy
only person
fucks.
I've ever
And
seen.
Florida,
Shout out
right?
to
Hold
BLP
on.
Wait,
Kosher.
Florida.
Wait a
right?
second. You're gonna disrespect Riff Raff like that?
First
You don't
off,
think that
first
did
off,
not. He
Riff
did
Raff is
not.
not from Florida. Riff Raff is from
No,
Houston.
you're right. You're right.
He went to high school in Houston. He's from Houston. Just no one gives a fuck about him in Houston. The only place that really likes him is Miami, which is why.
in my Jordans.
Hey, my Jordans.
So good.
Shoddy can
Yeah.
Hard in my Jordans.
What a moment
I
in time.
love that
was.
confidence. Ooh.
I just love that video of him from, it was either Vice
Dolce
or
and
Complex,
Gabbana.
where he's just like, I'm gonna be training, I'm going
Sipping
crazy,
hot.
I'm gonna get huge, and then it cuts to like 3 months later when he's on tour, and he just has this huge gut, and he's like, let me show you guys a snack like chamber, and he's got the fucking drawer he pulls out from under the bed, and he's like, I got my Oreos, got my Chips Ahoy's right here. And I'm just like,
Well, I
dude,
mean,
what
there
are
was
you
a
talking
moment
the
when
life.
he actually like was kind
He was
of
bulking.
jacked.
Yeah, but
But that's
then-
because he was doing cocaine every
Yeah.
day before his
Oh,
workouts.
that's
And
the
his
best kinda
workouts,
cut.
I'm not kidding. One of his workouts that he would do was a home run derby where they would just
Oh, yeah.
find a
Yeah, yeah,
baseball
Oh, that's
field
so fucking
and
sick.
just hit baseballs until they physically could not
That's
hit them
so
anymore.
sick.
Also, I want
wanna
to be
do that
clear
so
too that
bad.
That's
this is
hilarious.
this is all love, dude. Like
Yeah.
I love Riff Raff. Like that
That is
video is one
so
of my
funny
favorite
to
things.
me,
If he was
man.
on the show right now, I would be thrilled
Oh,
to
you
have
think
a
so?
have a chat. with him. He
I
also
would
seems
love
like a
to.
fun guy.
Yeah.
But like
Honestly, if he
that-
was here, I'd love to get braids with him.
that's just what I always think of every single time.
His
Anytime
braids
white
were
dude with
immaculate,
dreads or
dude.
anything.
I know.
Riff
When he
Raff.
would get his
Mhm.
braids like retwisted, they look good. I'm
I
not
can't
gonna
lie.
lie.
No, like
You
he
get the
rocked that
pink-
shit. I love
pink
people who do
dreads.
that.
I
Yeah.
love
Wow.
all of his like album names too, where it's like Mophie Mandarin, Pink
Yep.
Panther, like all this
Yep.
type of like he had like the craziest names for his albums that was like every color
Yeah.
associated with an animal or something like that.
Yep.
It was
That's
fucking Fuchsia
so
Flamingo. Like
funny.
and he's like
He
really
got the
good at it.
formula.
He
And
does,
then
yep.
he has one of my favorite Sway in the Morning freestyles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Really?
Go play for Oklahoma Sooners. My bitch is a bad booner. Like it's just like a bunch of shit.
I need to
like
check that out.
I like that.
yeah.
I don't know if I've
His-
ever seen that.
His
actually.
freestyle on Sway in the Morning is so fucking
know what?
funny, man.
Hell yeah.
I think that this is us just giving a little bit of
Could
love
play
to
for
Florida
Oklahoma
rappers.
Sooners.
We
Yeah.
have to,
think so.
you know what, Florida rap scene. We have one of the best rap scenes in New York, or like in the world in New York right here. But I got to put a little respect on Florida's name, like
Oh,
especially
definitely.
with
No,
Live
no,
of
no,
a
yeah.
Hot
And
Boy.
Florida has like their own like
Uh-huh.
section.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
they've got their
honestly,
own
listen
style.
to Live of a Hot Boy. It starts out immaculate with him speaking like Martin Luther King, and then it ends with Future
No way.
100.
Oh yeah, Nobody Special. with
Cool.
Future.
Produced
So
by
this-
ATL Jacob.
Correct.
Great.
So this
Nice.
album is about 45 minutes long. Great little
Nice.
hangout road trip workout album. You
Mhm.
know, you could play it on repeat probably.
Great gym album, actually.
right,
That's
well,
where I really dove into it.
thank you so much,
honestly.
Kevin.
Yeah, of course. Honestly, like that's a big one. That's going on my rotation for the rest of the year.
Bet.
Shout
There
out
you
to that
go.
student.
Kevin.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, Nicholas. Sorry.
Shut up.
I'm Kevin now.
No, you're not.
Yes, you are.
All right, so
That's Kevin.
my album for the week is The Money Store by Death Grips. It's nowhere near a new album. It's over 10 years old, but I love it to death, and it's a great like pump up album. I mean, if you want to get into Death Grips, like it's their earliest album, it's probably one of the best ways for you to do that, and it'll
It's
be a nice
like one of their most famous albums.
yeah, like just a nice line in the sand for you if you're gonna like them or not. If you like that sort of hard hitting, I don't want to say industrial noise, but definitely like they play with noise, sort of like acoustic stuff. It's very in your face, very driving, extremely like loud all the time. Standout tracks are of course like the ones that everybody knows, like Get Got. I've seen Footage, which is a classic. The Fever, which I really really like as well. Anything honestly from that like Guillotine era, because like Guillotine came out in 2011. This came out in 2012. I would kill to see Death Grips in person. I know that
they're
they
awesome.
cancel on shows a lot, and I don't mean that in a negative way. It's just their thing. That's what they do.
Shouts out to MC Grime.
Yeah.
Asshole. I think
So-
MC Grime, MC Ride.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
Apologies.
yeah, like I'd highly recommend it if you need a workout album. I really like listening to it in the gym. It helps a lot. Yeah, that's basically about it. That's all I can say about it. It's a great album.
It is indeed a great album. I actually have seen Death Grips live,
That's awesome.
and it was wild. I was in high
believe
school. I had listened to The Money Store one time.
Yeah.
My friend, well, I'll just say, my friend Colton took me.
There you go.
I was like, do I
He's an
keep
adult.
his? But I mean, fuck it.
Well, you just doxed him, Phil.
Also, it's not like he.
There's only one
Yeah,
Colton.
say his
It's totally
say his
fine.
phone number.
2A1.
That's
No, it was
the
a
area code.
wild fucking concert. Shout out to Fitzpatrick's in Houston. Great venue. I don't know if it's there anymore. It may be gone. But
Survive COVID.
Rip.
I mean, it was one of the best like indie venues
Yeah,
in
probably did then.
Houston, like downtown. It was really, really nice. Small double decker kind of thing.
I mean, the music
Oh,
scene is
cute.
active enough. I feel like if you were in the middle of like, if you were in Mobile, Alabama,
Yeah.
it'd be like, well, maybe not. But like at the same time, yeah, I think you'll be okay for sure.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, it was a fucking great concert. It was the first time I had ever like moshed at a like hip hop concert, dude.
Crazy.
It was really the first time I ever saw this
Oh, yeah.
Throwing elbows, open the fucking pit,
and like
wall of death.
just like full like with your back in it punches like where like if you made contact you're knocking someone out.
Yeah.
And
Genuinely,
actually, what's
if you
crazy
if
that
you
night,
take a pastor or anybody religious to a Death Grip show or any mosh pit, they would 100%. I see why it's devil music.
dude, this
I
one
100% get
guy
it.
this one guy had a water
So
bottle
much fun.
thrown at him because it got so hot that they were doing the thing where they open the water bottles and they'll like scrunch it
Yep.
like really quickly and kind of like wave it and then like toss it so the water just falls out.
Yeah.
This
Gotta keep
one
'em down.
guy, water bottle tossed, no one opened the water bottle. And it hit him in the eye and like broke skin and busted his orbital bone right here.
That's
And he
a
was, like,
fucking
bleeding off,
heavy
like, out of
water
his fucking
bottle.
eye.
God damn.
Well, because it didn't get
God.
tossed up. It got tossed like top
Yeah,
down.
like-
it's like,
like
it was
thrown
like
at
throwing
was
it
like,
at you.
whoa, 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 whoa. God. Like, it's just like
hucked right
and
at
he was
him.
right next to us and I was like, Colton, that could have been us, bro. Like that guy was like bleeding over his eye. Like the
Yep.
way it busted like right on his orbital bone. It was crazy. I'd never seen that.
That
It
is
was
fucked.
a wild night for me. And I was like a sophomore in high school. Like and I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, why is all this happening?
Well,
Yeah,
that gives you,
that's like such a good introduction to a
yeah.
mosh pit.
It
yeah.
was a
gives
perfect
you
like
good
Death
taste.
Grips experience
Mhm.
where I was like, what the fuck is going on? And in the meanwhile, MC Ride's up there probably on a bunch of cough syrup and like cocaine.
Mhm.
And he's just
Cocaine.
like
Cocaine.
cocaine. And then the other two dudes are literally shoegazing. One of them is
Mhm.
shoegazing on like DJ decks.
Mhm.
And it's like,
Yep.
look up.
Yeah.
Look up.
He's working.
right?
That's a man at work
No,
right
he
there.
was working. He was a man at work.
Yeah, that's
Men
what
Men
I
working.
said.
Men at work.
Also a great band.
Yes.
Correct. Very, very
Safety
good.
Dance. Underrated.
Money Store.
Oh, the
Great one.
fucking Safety Dance is such a good fucking
Mm-hmm.
song, honestly. Love it. Love. All right. Well, my album of the week
Yes.
is called Could the Grass Be Greener by Remy. Came out in 2022.
Okay.
Really
Remy.
great, kind of like McGee
Remy.
kind of sound, but not as kind of like experimental and niche as like, you know how like McGee has that real specific guitar sound that he does now?
No.
All right.
I was like, who the fuck are you talking about? It was McGee.
You don't know MK.GEE McGee?
Oh, I know of them. Literally no experience
Him and like
with it.
Dijon.
You've played me.
It's like
That's it.
indie.
It's the only
It's like an
experience I have with
indie
it.
kind of not indie rock necessarily. I mean, it's
Okay.
kind of rock. I don't know.
Okay.
It's its own thing.
Yeah,
But
paint a
he
picture.
kind of
I
has
like
that
it.
sound, math rock, kind of like melodies on a
Oh,
guitar
cool.
neck. You can tell, and like
That's hot.
really nice. This one has sort of like that like West African like London kind of like
Ooh.
kind of beat to it when it finally hits. It's really nice. Well, sorry, that's a couple songs have that specific beat. But overall, really, really great album. Really easy to listen to. Great car ride album, actually.
Very nice.
Car ride and then like working album. Like I put this on in my ears when I'm doing any kind of like organizational work or like chores. It's a really, really great album to have on. Came out in 2022. Remy is kind of low key. He's got just under 100,000 listeners on Spotify. So not too bad.
Gotcha.
But on TikTok, he doesn't have that many followers. So it's
Gotcha.
very
Still
I'd be
flying
curious to know
under
like
the
what
radar a little
platform is
bit.
his platform. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
But check it out. Could the Grass Be Greener by Remy. Remy. No caps anywhere. And that's how I love it.
There you go.
I love the no cap era.
Very nice.
Because I have been texting with no capitalization on for years at this point, and I love it.
Fair enough.
That takes effort.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
It takes one click in the settings.
That's effort to go there.
So be it.
Why would you do that?
This is coming from the dude. Doesn't beauty take pain?
This is
Doesn't
beauty?
fashion take effort?
This is beauty?
Yes, this is beauty and fashion. Yeah,
You know,
it's aesthetic.
Sure. I agree with you on that.
Thank you. I
You
appreciate.
just gave me the vibes of that thing from Rick and Morty where it's like, oh, Cherry, why do you even bother? It's like, life is effort and I'll stop when I die.
Yeah. No, literally,
that-
life is effort and I will
exact
stop when I die.
exchange.
But which is ironic because on the flip side, I'm like, if you put effort into anything, you're stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I hate you.
D1 hater right there.
Exactly.
D1.
If
See?
anybody is looking for a brand new starting hater, we've got a good trade for you right here. We got somebody
Starting.
strong.
Good
Strong.
potential in the hater energy.
Yes.
Really, really good.
Sincerely.
All right, well, that's what we do for Music Spotlight this week.
That's our music.
So what we're going to move on to next is your favorite segment, which is actually doing kind of well on our Reels right now on
Yes, it
TikTok.
is.
What?
Hot Minute Hot Takes.
Oh,
Ooh,
word,
yes,
let's go.
yes,
So,
yes,
as
yes.
you know, we are going to get 60 seconds, 20 seconds each to give a hot take, and then we will go and explain it afterwards. But for the first 60 seconds, it's all about getting it out and getting it in front. So, we're going to start with our usual lineup. We're going to go Nick, Kevin, and then me. I will let you know when the timer starts, and you have 20 seconds to get it out. Be succinct, be quick, be punctual.
Sounds good to me. Let's do
Be
it.
hot. Be
Let's do it.
controversial. Be opinionated. Everything we love to see.
Yes,
I want to
of
get some good
course.
ones on this one. All right.
Classic.
That's what I'm saying. All right, set the stage really strong.
All right.
You got a
You ready?
timer, or are we just going into
I got a
it?
timer ready to go. You
All right,
ready?
I'm ready to go
All
whenever.
right, and go.
All right. DARE officers need to do every single drug that they're teaching children about before they actually teach them about it. I don't give a shit if it's heroin, meth, if you're doing fucking salvia, whatever it is. If you're going to have an opinion about it, you're going to tell my children not to partake of these drugs. I need to see you strung out on the fucking A train, full uniform.
1.
That's the only way.
go.
This is all my fellas, especially the married ones. Kiss a guy. Kiss a guy. Especially if you're married. Kiss a guy, all right?
Okay.
And I mean, like, really, like, pretend it's like your first kiss prom night. Like, go into a dark room. I ain't gonna tell nobody. I'll fucking rent you a room. Just kiss a guy. All right? Yeah. Tongue and everything. Kiss him.
If you like twin porn or are into twins or anything like that, first off, you might be kind of eugenic like person, but also that's incest and you like incest and you're a freak and you should hide under a rock. I can't understand the twin thing. They look the same, yeah, but that's two different people and also they're siblings and that's fucking weird. Thanks.
Oh, that's so good. It's
We
so
nailed
funny.
it this week, guys.
Leah and I were literally just talking about that because I think we were watching like one of the like scary
Twin porn?
movies or
Yeah,
like epic movies or something like
probably.
that, and they
Yeah, we
have like
watched the
one of
twin
those
porn.
twin jokes where it's like, you know, the two twin girls come out and they like go up to the same guy and they're like, oh, like you're really cute, and we both just sort of had that moment of like, dude, like they're hot, like both of them are attractive women. That isn't the issue though. I don't want to fuck two sisters.
That's
together.
my thing.
That's the issue.
It's the
It's like,
issue.
you can't like a three-way, fantastic, man. Nobody's related. Everybody gets to have fun. That's awesome. If there's two siblings in the bedroom with you, there is no way that it doesn't turn out fucking weird, man. There's no chance. There's no
Well, and also like, what are you
possible way.
doing assuming that they also want to have sex with
with
other?
each other. That's
Yeah.
the weirder part to me. Well, I mean,
It's on
you
video.
guys are so close.
There's evidence.
You're so close. I mean, you can do everything together.
Wouldn't it be
right?
just so
Like,
crazy
no.
if you guys kissed?
How about
Yeah,
we
that would be
don't?
crazy. That'd be fucking gross because
Yeah.
that's my sister.
Yep.
Or brother.
Do you think we go to the
Really?
bathroom together? Like, yeah, I sit on top of her, and it just trickles down
Oh my God.
eventually.
Like, imagine
there's
someone
just
who
like
wants-
a dam.
I'm not gonna
Eventually, it
lie,
just
I
makes it
fully
down there.
do. I fully do imagine twins to like do everything the same. Like, I feel if I had a twin, we would dress the same way every day. We would like parallel, like brush our teeth in the same like double sink. spit at
Come
the same
play with
time.
us.
Fully. If I had a twin, I would commit to that.
Imagine though, like, because you're someone who goes to like raves and concerts, and
Your
imagine
twin
like
just hates that shit.
just tweaking off of Molly or something like that, and you look over and there's two of you, like how you were like how you dress like a
Awesome.
rave.
Awesome.
You're like, what the fuck
Oh
is
my
going on?
God.
Awesome. When I go to raves, it's kind of like
I would
going on
literally
a
grind my
magical
teeth
adventure.
into dust if I saw that.
I would just be
It might
like,
be over.
tell me, how did I get here? And what are you guys about? We're clearly in the same place at the same time. Let's enjoy each other's company.
No, I just never understood that. There's that famous.
Do we use
scene
the
from,
royal we?
There's a famous scene from Austin Powers.
Of course.
course.
Fook me and fook you.
Fook me and fook
Yeah,
you.
of
Which,
course.
by the way, please,
Yes.
Ridiculous.
Yes.
please,
Absolutely insane.
Michael Myers.
We're
please.
hey man, listen. I'm not even gonna go
There's nothing
into
you can
that.
say.
It's
There's nothing you can
2002
say, yeah.
or 2004 or somewhere in
Daddy
there.
wasn't there.
I'm not saying it's okay.
Changed my
I'm just saying that
underwear.
like
Daddy
there was a
wasn't
lot going on
there.
in that
There's a lot
era.
going
Well, I
on.
mean,
There's
they,
a lot
yeah, some of
worse
the jokes in
going
there are
on,
crazy
for
anyways.
sure.
But
I mean, fucking Beyonce was Foxy Cleopatra.
Foxy
literally.
Cleopatra.
Also, so fucking like
Oh, dude.
Dude,
Please.
and her
that was an
catchphrase.
early.
Please.
That was an early.
She's
The-
crush.
Foxy
the
Cleopatra,
rollerblade,
and
the-
she's a whole lot of woman.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
her
yeah.
whole
A
thing, dude.
whole
yeah.
lot of woman.
Yeah, dude.
I fucking love
That
those
was my
movies.
introduction to Beyonce. I knew that before
Dude, I
I
had
knew
such a
Sasha
huge
Fierce.
crush
Can I
on
tell you something?
saying
I feel
that
like if we were to
movie.
watch
Oh my
those now, I
God.
feel like if we were to
I
watch those
bought it.
now, they don't hold up.
Oh,
Oh no
500.
no! I think they.
You
do.
know what?
I think they.
I was
do.
about to say, I
think
feel
that
like it'll
there's a
hold up
bunch
better
of-
than we expect, but I have
There's a
like
bunch
my
of
bar
problematic shit now.
low.
That's the thing.
I would have very, very low expectations.
If it's made before 2010, I have.
I will say though, you guys
no
gotta remember.
expectations. That's
Remember
just to
one
the
thing.
floor.
I'm going in like it's a new movie.
Even
If- straight
in
up,
the
if they
original-
don't make if they make one joke that's not racist, homophobic, or like in other ways just problematic, I'd be like, good for you guys.
Remember in the
Good job.
original,
Hey,
the
you didn't
first
stoop.
Austin
You stayed
Powers
high.
movie, I forget the love interest's name, but remember she's drunk and tries to get with him, and he's like, "No, it's not right.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
fucked
yeah.
up. Like you don't want to
Oh, and
do
that's like a
this," and all that
serious
sort of
moment
stuff.
where he's just like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
wanna
yeah,
do
and he literally like pushes her away and like gets off the bed and everything, and he's like, "No, like listen, like I want you, but not like this.
I want you
like,
to because I want
you to be
Like
conscious."
I want you.
And then they
That's
don't
right.
make it. They don't make it like a
Forgot
big
there
deal.
was
It's
a
not
scene
like in
like
the
that.
next morning she's all like, "Oh my god, like you're such a gentleman." It was just more of that thing of like, "Hey, thanks.
Hey,
Like,
I appreciate you not taking
appreciate-
advantage
yeah,
of me.
you
That's
respecting
pretty
me."
cool, I would say.
So that's nice. I don't think that there's a lot of like
Good.
rapey jokes. I
Yes.
think it's more the racism stuff. Like I'm thinking of
Yeah.
the like fat bastard in the
I
what's
don't
it
know if you
called, the
could be racist
sauna.
to Scottish.
The sauna.
I was about to say.
No.
Like, I think they need a little bit more.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Well.
Him in the sauna when they're in Japan.
Yes,
There's a
he definitely
lot
says
of
some crazy
sumo related
Oh no!
Japanese
The second you said
jokes.
the sumo
Yes,
thing,
that's
where I was
great.
like,
started
no, no, no,
There's
for
actually a
sure.
lot of
Fuck
like
the Scots.
Asian
That's fine.
specific
It's
jokes now
yeah.
that I think about it.
I mean, do you remember the famous one? They're in the Mini Cooper and they drive into the Godzilla statue
Oh,
and they're
yes,
driving and then there's
yes,
two
yes.
guys and they're like, "Run! It's Godzilla!" And then the other guy's like, "Well, actually, due to international copyright claims, it's not."
It's
and he's
not.
like, "Yes, but we still should run like it is Godzilla." And he's like, "Though it isn't."
But it isn't.
ah!
Yeah,
And they
yeah,
all run away.
That's
See,
just
like
a
that-
great
that's a
fucking
great,
joke.
great
That's
joke.
a great.
That's a
joke.
great
joke.
joke.
100%.
That's
Though
a
it
great,
isn't.
great show.
No, it isn't.
But it isn't. But remember that it isn't.
So good.
I'm trying to. One of my other favorite ones was a lot of vagina.
Oh,
Straight up saying.
Yep.
But that was one of the best things from the James Bond movies that they
Pussy
were written.
galore.
So, yeah, pussy galore.
Bro,
like,
come on.
brother.
It was a wildly different
Pussy
time.
galore.
Pussy
That's
galore.
actually worse than a lot of vagina.
That's worse than a lot
Yes.
of vagina, man. Come on.
That's way worse.
I mean, but
Yeah,
that's
than a
also
lot
where
of
they got that
vagina.
name from.
Yeah.
Clearly, pussy galore, a lot of vagina.
Also,
There
the
you
play on the guy with the bowler hat who usually throws his hat, but in Austin Powers he throws his shoe.
Yeah,
and he's just throwing. He's not even killing anyone.
he just hits them.
he just hits him with a shoe, and they're like, Ow, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
And of
He threw a
course,
fucking shoe at me.
one of the most famous. The laser sharks with lasers attached to their freaking
I went
heads.
sharks with freaking laser beams on their heads.
Freaking heads.
You guys remember this movie so well.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
Austin
it was one of like
Powers.
the first like
big.
adult movies that my parents ever showed me.
Yep, I had that on VHS, all 3 on VHS.
My parents were
and I
very
loved
much
that
like
shit.
70s and 80s, kind of like early 90s comedy people. They love those. Like
Watched a
a
lot of
Mel
80s
Brooks, my
comedy.
dad will go crazy for a Mel Brooks.
Oh
movie.
yeah, dude. Blazing
Crazy.
Saddles. Come
That's
on.
one of his favorite
Oh my
movies of
God,
all
come
time.
on.
Easily.
So good.
Yeah.
Dude, Young Frankenstein.
Oh, brother, come on.
Any of the ones
Frankenstein.
any of the ones that what's his
Frankenstein.
face were in.
Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder. I mean, it was unbelievable.
It was
or
incredible.
Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor was in some great
Yeah,
Mel
he
Brooks
was.
movies.
Do you remember that movie with him? It was Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder, where it's
Yeah.
like Hear No Evil, See No Evil, or something like that. Where
And
it's
it was
like,
one of their only movies they did together.
yeah, exactly. Because Gene Wilder's blind, and then Richard Pryor's blind, and then Gene Wilder's deaf,
yeah.
and they like walk into a murder that they didn't commit, and then they both get like accused of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's a good one. It's very funny.
You
That
know,
first
they
scene
had a
when they
whole thing-
meet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's fantastic.
There's an interview with both of them where they're like, "You guys have such great on-screen chemistry, and like, what are the sets super fun? And like, what's it like when you guys hang out outside a set?" And Gene Wilder's like, "We don't hang out. We don't hang out outside a set."
You know what? I respect it.
And well, that's the thing. And he was like, and Richard agreed. Like, they had this thing where they were like, "We have a mutual respect for each other. What we do is really good on set.
Yeah.
So we don't hang out." Just in case something happens in our personal lives and we
Yep.
don't like each other,
Yep.
and this changes.
Yeah, makes sense.
I'd rather just stay
Keep
really
making
good
it.
coworkers and creative partners and just not be friends with you. So they never hung out outside a set ever.
That's
get it.
professional
I
right there.
understand.
That's hilarious to me.
That's also
That's
just
what started
so
happening. That's what
old.
started happening to the Monty Python guys.
Yeah, literally.
That-
Only like
that's like
2 or
old
3 of
school
them
too,
hung out
though.
of like the 6 or 7
Mhm.
of them,
Yeah.
and the rest of them they were like, "We're professional part. We don't talk. We're
Yeah.
not friends."
I
We
don't
gotta
think that. I don't think that you can do that nowadays.
Separation.
You can't do that nowadays.
I mean,
I think it's very difficult.
I
to
think
do
it's
that
difficult
nowadays.
because you definitely would
Social
have way
media
more
makes that
time
harder.
together because
Exactly.
of like social media marketing.
And that's why people like to see people succeed because of the
Yeah,
social media.
When you go on like a press run
Well-
together, like you're together a lot. The
Mhm.
shooting, like
I mean, Jesus,
schedule
like
and,
the Stranger Things, like press
Yeah.
runs, all those kids were like hanging out all the time.
All the
All these
time.
press circuits where you travel, like doing interviews, especially if you like have a comic book movie. Holy shit, all the cons you must have
well,
to go
I mean,
to.
but they also do like they'll do like 4 days straight of press where you do like 20 interviews every day, and you just get them all done. And there's like
I respect that.
in
I like
LA,
that.
there's like buildings
Mhm.
and like
Built for
like
that.
basically like sets built for it, and that's why they're all like around like black curtains,
Mhm.
is because they're all in these like little sections.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Where you
Little
just go into
cubicles.
cubicles.
Sectioned off,
another
ready to go.
section, you do that interview, and they've got their mics like super close proximity,
Mhm.
so you can't hear anyone else.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I mean, they've got barriers, but I mean, like you can tell, like, oh, there's multiple of these because these people are wearing the same outfit in multiple of these interviews.
Yep.
You did these all in one day,
Mhm.
and I bet they have them change a couple of interviews in. Like they probably don't go more than 2 or 3 interviews without changing.
I would
agree.
I
Just
would
to
make
make
them
it
change
look like a
between
different
all of
day
them.
or like a different occurrence. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah, you'd want to make them change as often as possible.
oh god, imagine like you had to build that into the production budget and like build that into your scheduling. Like that's
Well,
It's cheaper than doing multiple days.
I
oh,
mean,
100%. Like that's how you do.
Mhm.
You just hire the reporters to come out and you go,
Yeah.
hey, you want to do press? You want to have like a exclusive interview? All right, this day, bring this person. You get this many minutes and this many questions,
Mhm.
and that's it.
I've
And then as an
actually
actor,
fucking
you
loved
just
that.
sit there and you just get fucking berated with questions, and they're often like the same fucking question all the time.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Well, that's intentional. You know.
Yeah,
So, what do you think this movie has to say about what's going on?
yeah,
today?
exactly.
And you're like, okay.
I think it says that my character does what he does.
Mhm.
Like that's what I would do at that point.
My
I would
character
do the
does
kind
what
of
he
like I would do
does.
the not Cam Newton, but the Marshawn Lynch. I'm only here so I don't get fined. Yes, I'm only here so I don't get fined. I'm only here so I don't get fined. Is that going to be your answer for everything? I'm only here so I don't get fined.
Yeah.
That's like
Dude,
one
that
of
was a
my
legendary
fa-
interview.
That was
legendary
crazy.
interview. And also now other athletes do that
How much did he
when
get
they're
fined?
pissed off and dude, like $15,000.
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
Dude,
It's a
and
fat
even
fine
like
for anything with
small
the
little
NFL. It's
flagrant
fat.
things
Fat.
because they pay them hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars a year
you know what?
in sponsorships, in just base pay,
Oh, dude,
winners
even
pay, analytic pay.
yeah, Daniel
like, all
Tosh
this
talked
stuff,
about
like,
that on
yeah.
one of his stand-up specials. It's like I think that you're like second or third string kicker for like a shitty team, you're still making 6 figures a year.
Yeah, you make like 150,000.
And you're
easily. And all you do is fucking
never-
kick 3
You're
times
never
a
gonna
game.
play.
And you're
No,
not
but
gonna
like
get CTE.
even that, not even like first string, like third string kickers. Like good kickers make like 300 grand or something like that, or like $500,000 a year. But you can get a $150,000 job just showing up to the practice field and hitting it through the uprights every now and then.
Yeah.
And it's mostly soccer players. That's where they recruit from heavily. A bunch of soccer
Really?
players who don't make it to like college level or anything else like that, but have a ton of skill and leg muscle, and they really know how to like, follow through on the kicks. Football coaches
And they
will
just
recruit
fucking
them
kick the
and be like,
shit out of the
listen,
ball.
you don't have to aim as badly. There's no huge net. There's nobody standing in front of you. It's just about distance. And then those guys just get really good at kicking the ball. So
Well,
like a
and
bunch
then-
of soccer players have transitioned to be football kickers.
And
no
then
idea. It's
sometimes
crazy.
they go and they do what are they called? What is a fucking speech at a college where like you open it up?
keynote?
Commencement speech.
Yeah. Some of them go and do commencement speeches where they just shit on women for no
Oh
reason.
yeah, I forgot about
that
that.
one fucking guy who just like,
That was
hey
crazy.
man, first off, you're a kicker
Yep.
in the NFL.
You play
Shut
football.
the fuck up.
You
Yeah.
play football.
Yep.
You're not contributing.
You don't need to have an opinion.
You're not making my
I think
iPhone
that's-
work. You're not
that's-
making my. The only thing you're doing is you're making the economy go around because people are betting on DraftKings. And guess what? That's a sin.
It's
What?
a
No,
Gambling is a
but
sin.
also like that's like being like, yeah, our restaurant is way better than yours, brother. You bust tables. Who are you talking to?
Yeah.
You do
Shut
not
the fuck
own
up.
this restaurant. You're a cog in the machine.
I mean, you couldn't be more disposable than
And-
being a kicker on a shitty NFL team.
And you know what? The perfect proof is the fact that they let you get CTE and they don't care.
They don't give a
Yeah.
fuck.
They do not
dude.
give a.
Oh, speaking
fuck.
of CTE, y'all saw Tua recently.
No.
So Tua,
this is gonna make me
always
so
forget his
upset,
last
I
name.
can tell.
I'm gonna look it up real quick just so I don't get it wrong.
Yeah, but just like really, I do have a shit ton of respect for like athletes and
not
everything.
even gonna try
But
to pronounce his last name.
but just
I'm
like
not gonna try.
you know what?
It's
Just put it at
Try.
the bottom.
Polynesian. I'm not gonna try.
Mm,
Tagovailoa.
you know what?
Tagovailoa.
Probably better than I would have.
Tagovailoa.
Tagovailoa.
I'm not gonna
Tua
try.
Tagovailoa. Anyways, he got the shit hit out of him, and he is out. A lot of people saying he should fully retire.
What
It'll
was
be
the
like
hit?
his 4th major concussion.
Was it a
Like
special
leaving the game kind of
teams
concussion.
or
Nope, just in
just
the middle of a play.
regulation?
Middle of a play, just got targeted. Well, not targeted like a foul targeted, but just got nailed.
What
and, like,
position does
didn't
he
get
play?
Quarterback.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, he's a quarterback.
Got
He's
it.
the guy who had the girlfriend that catfished him in
Yeah.
college.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
remember. Yep.
So he just really can't catch a break
He can't, man.
because he's
Damn, I
always
didn't realize that was the
injured.
same person.
always injured.
That's so unfortunate.
Yeah,
That
Wait,
it's
wait.
really
thing.
unfortunate.
Is that the same guy?
Yeah.
I thought it was Manti Te'o who had the
I thought it
fake
was that
girlfriend.
guy. Am I wrong?
I'm pretty sure it was Manti
Manti
Te'o.
Te'o sounds
How do you
familiar
spell
for the
that,
fake
man?
girlfriend.
MANTITAEO or something like that. Teo.
Is that right? Was it Manti Te'o?
I'm pretty sure it was.
I feel like just Google.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Football
Okay.
player.
Yeah, yeah,
All right.
yeah,
There
right.
you go.
Why did I think it was the same? You
I
know
don't know.
what? That's kind of racist. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was
Just
kind
a
of
smidge.
racist.
Just a smidge. But
Shouts
no,
out.
I only remember that because
Shouts out.
shout out to KTO and as well as a few other like football creators for like putting me onto that story. Like I remember that only because of those videos. So
Nick, if you don't have an amazing would
Shouts
you
out.
rather?
Oh yeah. No, okay,
Oh, we're gonna have a
speaking
good
of-
one.
Speaking of, guess what time it is?
Oh,
It's
here
time
it comes.
for Would You Rather. It's time for Would You Rather.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Do you think
All
we
right.
could cameo the SNL guy?
Yeah, probably.
It's time for Would You Rather.
I bet so. I bet we could.
Anyways,
All right, guys. So for today, we got one that I think is going to be. I don't know. This could either be a really easy one or it might not be. I'm curious to see what you guys have.
Yesterday was so.
So,
last time was so easy.
Here's what we got for today. So
I feel like I'm having to read ancient, like
hieroglyphics.
Assyrian hieroglyphs.
Yeah.
Like
No, I
early
love it.
human communication.
I love it.
So
If my students could write this clearly.
Especially that one on the bottom right.
it's diagram. It's instructions.
That's so funny.
All right.
I'm sure
It's
that
a map.
if we go to a pyramid, we'll
We
see
do-
that.
It's
You know what
gotta
it
be
tells
somewhere.
me? You know what that tells me?
The world's gonna end this year.
We have to steal the Declaration of Independence.
We have to steal the Declaration.
Declaration of Independence.
so for Would You Rather today, would you rather for the rest of your life, whenever you get mad, like the Hulk, You transform into a Boeing 737. Every time you get mad, you just automatically, wherever you are, transform into a plane and just start a takeoff roll and just immediately take off into the sky. No matter where you are, you're just like, God damn it! And then you just turn into a plane and just immediately fly off. No matter, you could be in a preschool, you could be in the middle of the ocean, you could be on another plane and become a plane inside of a plane.
That's so funny.
That for the rest of your life, or for the rest of your life, in every formal gathering, meaning anything business casual or higher, you have to wear a human sandwich. You have to become a human sandwich underneath your dress or suit, meaning that at every single event that you go to, like a wedding or a business event or something, if you have to wear a suit, nice shirt, tie, a dress, anything formal, you have to take a piece of bread on each side of you, one with peanut butter, one with jelly, and you're going to put one over your crotch, one over your ass, and it's going to sit there the entire time that you're at the event. So every time that you go to a formal event, you are a human sandwich underneath your clothes, and no one knows. Now, I will say this.
No one's going to see a bulge of bread.
I mean, they might see it.
I'm going to show it off.
You can't.
Right, you're just going to
you gotta explain it.
Smell like peanut butter, and as you get closer, it gets worse.
Now, one other thing I'll say, too. I can switch the jelly for Fluffernutter. If you would prefer,
fluff getting
if
just
you would prefer for some reason marshmallow to jam,
that made it so much worse.
I will let you do that.
What the fuck kind of what made you think this will sweeten the pot?
Hey, no. I'm just giving you the options. You can do Nutella too.
Hey, you want to get shot by a gun, or do you want me to punch you to death?
I think it would be the first time that you would ever have
that's
an
point
ant.
of crazy.
You would have an ant problem in your ass.
You literally would, dude. On your crotch, if you aren't clean shaven at all times, eventually, like after 6 hours of wearing that, you're gonna get home and just.
I just don't think that's if you do the Fluffernutter. I think that this is not that big of a deal personally. So first of all, I would show it
first
off.
Kevin, do you remember the suit that you wore to my dad's
but also
funeral? Do you remember the suit that you wore to my dad's funeral?
Yes.
Yeah. I want you to picture showing up to that event at my dad's funeral with 2 pieces of bread stuck to you with peanut butter and jelly, and having to come up and like, I'm all upset and like, oh man, yeah,
Nick,
dude, it's a
I'm
bad
really,
day.
really
You're just
sorry.
giving me a hug, and I'm like
giving you the business.
As you give me a hug, I hear the little.
I'm sorry for
I'm
you.
like, oh God, Kevin, what is that? And you're like, it's don't even worry about it.
Oh no, I would
Please
tell
don't
people.
ask.
I would
Please
tell
don't ask.
everybody.
You
I'd be wearing like see-through pants. I'd be wearing cellophane pants. Yeah, no, that's a
surprised.
a feature.
I'm surprised there's more questions about the sandwich in the pants than becoming a plane.
Okay, no, so first of all, that's the clear answer, but
that's very much
very
clear.
clearly.
I want to become a fucking.
But
also,
I just don't know. Wait. When am I turning out a plane, or just the first time I get angry?
When you calm down.
What
So
if it's just
if
like
I'm
a
in the
quick
air?
bit of anger? You just go up and then you're in the air. You just fall back down.
Well, here's what I'll say.
Like, do I have to land myself?
You manually like descend as you're getting less angry about it. So like, unless for some reason you are furious and then just fine instantly, there's very low risk of you transforming back and falling. I think more of the risk is like what you could do to other people around you when you transform like that. Because again, you're just becoming a full-size plane. So like if this is one of us in this room right now, if that happens to me, you're both probably dead. Like just from me.
Can people ride in my cabin when I'm a plane?
You know, yes.
But is it
I'll
like
say yes.
organ seats?
No. You just become a full regular 730, like Boeing 737.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's it.
You know, I would.
Now, one weird thing though,
as you start to descend and it gets
the
smaller,
cockpit,
and the landing gear starts to come out, and the wheels just turn into feet. You start like running, so you hit the ground running like like you skydive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The cockpit door will not open if somebody like tries to go in there, but inside the cockpit, if you look from outside, is just a naked version of you piloting the plane, like just like lubed up, like for some reason you're really slippery, and like that's not where you see from, like you're just the plane, you see from the perspective of the plane. But if anyone was like looking in, like if they sent fighter jets to like intercept you, if they looked in, they would just be like, yeah, control, there's a naked man piloting the plane. It looks like he doesn't have a co-pilot. It's just him. Like, you know, that's
I have a
what
question
they're gonna
though. Now,
see
if they
in
were
the
to see my
window.
legs, would it be like, remember the SpongeBob movie where There's like the old
fused
lady at the
in.
stall.
No, you're
And
not fused in
I'm
like
not
the lady.
like
you're not the anglerfish
Okay,
style. Like
okay.
this
I was
is
kinda
almost like a
hoping.
projection.
Me too. That would be kind of.
It's a
That'd be so
projection of
fucking
you
cool.
that's just like in there for other people to see, but you're the plane, really. Like that's what you're inhabiting at that
Now,
point.
if someone were to get inside, well, you said it doesn't open though.
The cockpit doesn't, but the fuselage, like the cabin does.
Yeah.
So like you could put passengers on you theoretically, but remember, you start a takeoff roll as
Nerd.
soon as you get angry. So you'd have to have people basically like right next to you ready to just jump on board. And then when you transform back,
They're dead.
you don't know where they go.
Oh my god.
What if they get out?
They probably won't. They probably won't have time.
Well,
But, like,
clearly, I'm
But if
being
they're
quiet.
inside of you as the plane and then you transform back, you know what? Here's what I'll say. They scale down with you. So you're just going to have little people inside of you after that.
no, they're gonna die.
Well,
They're
that's the
gonna
thing.
be
They're
digested.
not that small.
Yeah, they're not crazy small.
You think about like
Well,
your
think about your
size compared
scale.
to a plane.
Yeah, to a plane.
Like,
So if you're the
you're
size
about
of a
as-
plane, people are probably
you're
like,
probably
what
as big
about
as one of your kidneys.
Not like that big.
Yeah, like you're as
Something
big
like
as one of your kidneys.
Oh my god!
It's like the size of this pack,
Yeah.
roughly speaking.
No thanks. Actually, no. I'm still doing the plane.
I'm definitely
Still
still
doing
doing a
the
plane.
plan?
I'm just
That's
not gonna
hilarious.
make money off of it.
Like,
Yeah.
especially being like mildly annoyed or like getting
Well,
more annoyed than you should. At
it's like
something,
the-
just being like this fucking.
It is like the Hulk thing too, where like
destroying the building you're in.
instead of
I would
going
use that shit as a threat.
Whoa.
I would straight up be the best negotiator
You won't like me when I'm
everywhere.
angry because
I'll fucking
implode
turn
this
into a
building.
plane.
I'll d- I mean,
Land
also-
this.
Also,
I
once
dare you.
Start like you do a takeoff. Now I have a question. Do you like start at takeoff speed?
Yeah,
Like
pretty
you
much.
get pissed off. You're like, "Gah, boom,"
Well,
like-
you like your engines
You just
spool up.
fucking-
So like as soon as you transform into the plane, it's just they kick to full power. And
See, but like, what if I'm in like a New York street? There's not nearly enough space for a plane to go through
you might crash.
and die.
I can crash.
Will I explode like a plane? Word.
And if you die as a plane, you never come
That's
back
it,
as a
ladies and
person.
gentlemen. I've
I'm
decided
becoming a
I'm doing the plane
Oh
thing.
my god!
We're
You
doing the
actually kind
plane
of just
thing.
described a dream that I hit, like a
You never-
dream life.
I don't.
I
all
never
I
become a
know-
human
all I
again if you
know
die as a
is that
plane.
what's-
Life.
all
I would be
know-
forced to just live out in the middle of nowhere, be a zen. I'd be a monk. It'd be great.
No, all I know for sure, and this is all I know for a definite, I'm not putting a fucking sandwich in my pants. So that's
you
for
would be the
certain.
sandwich.
No.
You're the meat in the middle.
No, not happening. Plane.
He's going with plane.
Plane.
Kev?
Oh my god! Yeah, I knew it was plain before you
All
even
right.
said the second.
So as usual, I have to up to the ante, right?
Okay.
Rather than when you get angry,
Plane.
it's like a werewolf
Plane.
thing, the full moon.
It's awesome.
So you don't control it as much.
So much cooler.
You can't really hide from it, and you can't transform back until the full moon is gone. So there's less of like a there's less control
just like
to
an
it. You're
errant
aware.
plane
You're
in
aware
the
plane.
sky.
You're aware plane. You're aware plane.
That's so cool. That's way cooler.
Yeah,
yes.
you made it better.
Oh
All right,
my
fair.
god!
Hey, listen, that's fine. That's
yes.
good.
I'm the wereplane.
All right. Is
you know
there-
what? I'm flying to Thailand. I'm going to the full moon.
Would it
Full
change
Moon Festival?
things
Full
if
Moon
you
Festival.
became a boat rather than a plane?
It sounds just as cool. Honestly, probably. even
Well,
easier. More
is it the
convenient.
full moon thing or is it the anger thing?
The anger thing.
Both.
Not
out of
as cool if
curiosity.
it's a boat because I will be beached.
Yeah.
Like I'll just be a beach.
Unless you're in
boat.
water, you won't really be able to
Now
move
let's
that
I'm
much.
going
destructive,
to.
like,
I'm
what kind of
just going to
boat?
Miami.
Can I be just a small speedboat,
Well, I mean,
pontoon?
I
Am
think
gonna
to
be...
keep with the spirit of the 737, it would probably be a yacht. We're not talking about anything absolutely crazy. It's not a
Pretty
cruise
sick.
ship,
It's fucking
but it's
Pretty
probably
sick.
like a 60 to
Dude.
70-foot boat.
When
like
can
a
I
huge
sign up for
boat.
the operation? That's
yeah,
awesome.
I mean that sounds sick.
I
All right,
love
fair
that.
enough. So
You
you guys are
compared-
into the inanimate object change, like transformation.
You
thing.
described a
vehicle.
superpower versus putting peanut butter and fluffernutter.
Yeah, versus a
It's true. That
wild
is true.
inconvenience.
I'm very happy actually because like when I was coming up with this, I thought about the ants thing and I was like, I don't know if they're gonna get that. And then both of you guys were like, you're gonna have an ant problem. And I was like,
You're gonna have a
yes,
major ant
exactly.
problem.
I don't even
Yeah.
think you're gonna have an ant problem.
One would say you would have ants in your pants.
Ants in your pants. That's
Yo,
it.
where are you? How often are you guys fucking getting ants in your pants?
I think
Like,
it's more of just like
if you guys never had like a candy like in your pocket, like ants just don't go there. I
well,
don't
no,
know if
but
gonna be
it's,
as big
it's
of
the
an issue.
constant
First off,
exposure. I
How
think,
often
to
are you?
that.
How often are you going to semi-formal events?
Pretty often.
No, you're not.
I'm a fancy guy.
Could you
I know
imagine
you're
if
I'm
you were
in
a
high
lawyer?
demand socially.
You have to wear a suit every day
you know what?
to
I
work.
really.
I'm
I
a dapper
really
Dan,
wish.
if you will.
I really wish.
Oh,
I would
God.
actually kind of love to see you wearing suits more often.
No.
Could we just start wearing suits around the office?
Yeah, let's do it.
I would be super down.
I mean,
down with that.
technically, it's a job,
I'm
It
down
is.
with that.
You know?
Technically, yeah.
and we are legally executives.
Yes.
It's true.
So
We should
maybe
start
we
wearing
got to be on
suits.
suit time whenever we show up.
Maybe.
Next suit cast.
You know what's funny is the idea of like you leaving the school
Just
and having
getting
to
a
like in the
suit.
bathroom change into a suit and be like, I'm going to my second
Yeah,
day
I'm
job.
going to my
and it's
job.
like, what? What? Like you just dress regular as fuck for a teacher job.
And then put a
You're like,
suit
now
on
I'm
for
going
my
to my
podcast
production
job.
company
I mean,
job.
Phil, we did
Mm.
do the formal episode of the Sidcast a few years ago.
Yes, we did. Well,
You could
we'll
do the
definitely do
suits.
formal episodes for
Yeah,
this.
you can do
No
the suit-
doubt. No doubt
suit
about
cast.
it. We're gonna do formal episodes. Oh, everything is so pink after wearing these. God.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait to just come in a full length ball gown.
Should we do dress day?
Dress day.
I'd be so
dress
down
up
with
day.
I'll just ruin one of my girlfriend's dresses.
Yep. Same. Same.
Let me put it on. It's not gonna fit. Let me put it
Zip it
Put
on. Zip,
Zip
it
it.
from the back, please.
It's literally not gonna fit. Tape it then.
Tape. Help me put it on, please.
Let's
I'm sorry for getting
do-
mad.
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
gotta
sorry,
calm
I'm
down.
sorry,
I'm gonna turn
I'm
into a
sorry.
plane. I gotta keep calm. I'm
Tape
gonna
it.
Tape it.
Wait. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm good. I'm
I'm
good.
sorry.
I'm good. I'm good.
Can we do a kilt
Sorry.
episode?
I'm sorry.
A kilt?
Kilt.
Yeah.
I'm the
kilt
only one who
episode?
owns a kilt.
I'll find a kilt.
I
a kilt.
don't have a kilt. No, I have a skirt, but not a kilt.
All right, let's do a skirt episode.
All right.
Sounds good.
Something that they won't see coming from me.
I know.
I'll have
Like,
to
that's
stand
why I'm
up.
just like, it's a podcast.
Technically, we
Like,
should be only doing costumes that are from the waist up.
It's true.
Well, y'all can do it though.
okay,
Y'all can be
Mhm.
actually not even can.
Let's see our legs.
Should do.
Yeah.
We should
Let's
be.
see our legs.
You should be in the full regalia. But
I
I'm
would.
afraid that I'm gonna be crossing my legs at some point.
now here's the thing. I
Flash
have
the
the proper shirt
Yes.
that they do. Like I have the whole
traditional
kit
kilt
get
shirt?
up. The only thing I don't have technically is the suit, but
You
I have
gotta
everything
find a
else
kilt.
for traditional Scottish formal wear.
I'm gonna
I have no idea.
kilt.
In
It can't be that hard.
my
I don't think so either.
I'm surprised Leah doesn't have one.
in
Yeah,
my clan
that's fair.
colors too, because I'm technically from the Mackenzie clan.
God damn it. Yeah, that is.
I know clan
not-
colors is crazy, but
Yeah.
that's what they say. That's
I'm
what
out
they
here
say.
in my clan colors.
You gotta stop talking about your clan, man. Like, that's not
my
cool.
clan
You know what?
regalia.
I
It's
wish I
really
had
not
never
cool.
spoken once. I wish 8 years ago I had never spoken to these guys. All right, let's move on
All right.
to our next segment, political analytical.
Oh,
There is only
nice.
one thing that we need to talk about today,
So true.
and that is
Oh no.
North Carolina
Oh.
candidate for
buddy.
governor
What?
Mark
I
Robinson.
know.
Oh, you
Hey,
love this
man.
guy. I'm sure you've heard of him.
What are you doing?
Guaranteed you have. The
Wait.
Black Nazi.
Have you heard about this?
Come on,
I
you
have
heard about
not
this
been-
guy.
Oh.
I have not been keeping up.
Brother.
The GOP nominee for governor made dozens of disturbing comments on porn forum.
On
Yep.
porn form?
You know how like if you go
On the
onto
forums?
a porn site and you go to the
The comment
comments,
section?
it's just the craziest shit in the world.
I got a really nice lemon meringue pie recipe off of Pornhub once. I'm not kidding, dude. Some dudes do that.
I
They-
actually
no,
believe
they
that.
do.
No, no, no.
They
What-
do.
what I
Some
love,
dudes
honestly-
do that as
I-
a meme. They'll
I
go on
don't
and be
think
like,
I have.
"Here's how to make a
I
fantastic
remember back
ragu."
in high
And it's just a
school-
full recipe as a comment.
I
on Pornhub.
fully believe it because back in high school I would go on to porn like comments because I was in high school.
Yeah.
And
You're gonna look.
I remember it was just full of the worst kind of people. Just the worst kind of
I
people.
think porn comments have gotten sadder. Because when we were in high school, it was a lot of the same of like, oh man, like if that were me, or oh, looking great, babe, you're so hot. Like it was like all that classic, like
it was
just sort
that
of
shit,
leering
it
sort
was
of shit.
gross. No, the gross shit was always like,
Now
hey,
it's
I am 45-year-old man looking for 16 girls. Hit me up. Here is my Snapchat.
Ugh,
It's like this
Jesus
is
Christ.
you're literally publicizing a crime.
yeah.
This
like,
is
don't
quite
put that
literally
out.
publicizing a crime.
Don't put that out.
How and I was like probably 17 being like, this is crazy, yo. I wonder if he's ever gonna get responses.
there.
Like
dude, yeah, literally though.
I
Literally.
feel like now I have to go back and find them to report these
dude,
people.
most of the Pornhub comments that I've seen like in the last few years have just been sad. Like not even like
God, I love the intimacy in this vid.
no, not
I hope
even
that I find a woman.
not
holding
even
like
that. Literally
this.
just being like, she's so pretty. And I'm just like, oh, dude, like that's so... And it's not that they aren't pretty, like they are. It's just like that's not what I'm expecting you to be
Mhm.
commenting about. Like you shouldn't be looking at porn stars being like,
God,
if
baby.
only one day. Like, bro.
such
Oh,
a
so many of those
fraud,
guys. I mean, it's
God.
parasocial relationship to
Yeah.
the max.
Yeah.
Where
Well, I
they're
mean-
like, she's such a nice girl, bro. You don't know.
I
her.
would
You
treat
don't
you
know
so
her at
much
all.
better.
She's playing a
I got-
character.
I would
treat you
never. I
so
wouldn't
much
treat you
better.
so roughly.
She's
I would be
playing
really
a
nice.
character in the fucking show. And that's
The-
the worst part too. It's
the
like it's not like the
actors.
fucking like nice, softer
It's not even a character.
porn. Like
She's
the
just faking it.
the porn for women that's come out where it's like more about the story and it's more
usually
sensual
like
and
a,
intimate and stuff
woman
like that.
director kind of
It's
thing.
literally just like standard, gross, like fucked up porn that everybody watches.
Mhm.
And then there's guys in the comments being like, "Oh man, I would love her so much. I would build her a kitchen."
I would build.
I
her
would build a life
kitchen.
for us
What
that
do
she
you
could have
mean?
never imagined.
Dude,
I'd
you
build a
don't
life that
know
she
her.
deserves.
I would build a life that she deserves.
I'm sure that she's perfectly sweet and nice. That isn't the point. It's more the fact that you don't know her
Yeah.
at all, man.
So
Like,
let
what do you
me read some of this
mean?
article about Mark Robinson.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is
Let's
crazy,
get
okay?
back to the point.
So he's a GOP
Ugh,
candidate. So he's
God,
supposed to be wildly conservative, right?
I'm very excited.
For example,
it's insane.
publicly Robinson has fiercely argued that people should use bathrooms only that correspond to the gender that they were assigned at birth. He's
Yep.
also said
Based.
transgender women should be arrested for using women's restrooms. If
Oh,
you're a man on
Jesus.
Friday night and all of a sudden
Very
Saturday
based.
you feel like a woman and you want to go in the women's bathroom in the mall, you will be arrested or whatever we got to do to you.
Oh my God!
He
Wait,
said in
that's
February
so based.
2024, we're going to
That's
protect
insane,
our
man.
women, okay? Yet,
No.
privately, under the username Mini Soldier, something like on a porn site called Nude Africa.
Yep, nude Africa.
Robinson graphically described his own sexual arousal as an adult from the memory of secretly peeping on women in public gym showers as a 14-year-old.
Yep.
Quote, I came to a spot that was a dead end
Right.
but had two big vent covers over it. It just so happened it overlooked the showers. I sat there for about an
What?
hour and watched as several girls came in and showered. I went peeping again the next morning. But after that, I went back and the ladder was locked. So those 2 times were the only times I got to do it. Ah, memories.
Oh
In
my
other
God!
comments on
Yo,
Nude
you're
Africa-
a fiend.
Dude,
In other
no, it
comments,
gets so much worse.
Robinson discussed his affinity for transgender pornography.
Yep.
I like
Of course.
watching
See? It's a dude.
TRANNY on girl porn.
On girl
T
porn.
on
Wait,
girl
is
porn.
girl
Yeah.
porn like a category? Is that the name
No,
of
no,
the
like
site?
T,
No, like-
T
like
on
Trans
girl.
on girl
That's
porn.
like a
But he said
subcategory.
the
Okay.
He said the-
ANNY. He
yeah,
did the
I-
nickname we're not supposed to do.
defamatory.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
I
see,
love watching
see.
trans on girl porn. That's fucking hot. It takes the man out while leaving the man in.
That's actually philosophical.
That is
That's
crazy.
awesome.
That is
Wow.
That reminds me of that meme
That's
that
like
somebody
wait,
said.
almost
wait,
like that's
and-
almost like a trans.
And he also says,
like-
quote, and yeah, I'm a, quote, perv, too.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
You remember that meme that somebody made
He's a
where it's
gooner.
like
He's a
if you
gooner.
watch straight porn, you're 50% gay because there's a man in there. And if you watch
true.
lesbian porn, that is fully gay because they're gay. So the only straight porn to watch
true.
is gay porn. Like it's
makes perfect
it's
sense.
that level of logic.
Yeah,
where
that
it's
makes
just like,
perfect sense to me.
bro, what do you mean?
That's actually crazy that he said that
No,
about
it gets
trans
worse
people.
though. He talked about like
I like to see trans on girl
Ugh.
because it's like watching straight porn, but you're taking the male
bro,
out.
he
but
called
you're
himself
leaving it
a
in.
black Nazi. He talked about owning.
Yeah, that's what I'm
women.
really curious
He talked
about.
about
Like you mentioned
wanting
that,
to own women.
and I want to hear that quote in context because I have also heard about this dude now that you mentioned the black Nazi thing. Yeah, I don't know his name. I didn't realize that it was the
absolutely
same
insane.
guy who's straight like online perving on girls, gooning, like straight up being a fiend while having a public office.
Yeah,
You know,
That
this
shit
is
is
not
insane.
like I said last time, like my hot take, politicians getting OnlyFans.
yes, yeah,
Get
yeah.
in OnlyFans, don't leave comments.
Yeah, don't leave the creep comments, brother.
But
and
I will
especially
say,
on
if
the
you
fucking
are,
forums,
You have to use your government name.
Okay,
yeah, you
so,
gotta say it with your full chest.
Yeah,
like
100%.
stand on the
I would-
fucking,
I'm-
you know,
I- you know what?
soapbox and let us know. Let me hear it.
I'm glad that he actually like all these came to light because I would hate if they were not known.
Yeah.
Like,
At least be 10
He's-
toes down, dude.
yeah, exactly.
if you're gonna be a piece
Thank
of shit, you
I'm
gotta
glad that
stand
he
on
used his
business.
business email.
Yeah,
You know,
you gotta stand on business.
okay, so I found the quote from what it was,
Let's
right?
go.
Beautiful.
So-
Fucking ready.
In the pornographic forums, which just say the comment section first off.
yeah.
Robinson revealed his unvarnished thoughts on issues such as race, gender, and abortion. Writing, dude, I love their language in this one. Writing in the forum discussing Black Republicans in October 2010, Robinson stated, unprovoked,
Unprovoked.
Let's go.
I'm a black Nazi in all caps.
In all caps, yeah.
The same month, Robinson wrote in another post that he supported the return of slavery. Quote,
Yep.
slavery is not bad. Some people need to be slaves.
Oh,
I wish they would bring it back.
Dude.
I would certainly buy a few. End quote. Brother.
I would
Whoa.
say,
Brother. The
Unprompted.
leopards will eat your face on this one. The
Wait,
leopards will eat your
wait,
face.
wait.
That's
What?
not how it would work.
What video? Have you posted on there?
What's the sauce?
I need
Give me
to
the sauce.
know.
Give me
What
the
did he
sauce.
watch that
to
he then
know
went down
what gave him
unsolicited
this-
and said this?
What turned off all parts of the brain except for that?
He got
I
riled
need
up.
to know.
He
Yeah.
got riled.
I
up.
need to. I
That
need
man
to see
was
his playlist.
down
Actually,
terrible.
I bet that he has a playlist for the time of day.
In
Yep.
March 2012, Robinson wrote that he preferred the former leader of Nazi Germany, Adolf Hitler, over the leadership in Washington under the administration of Barack Obama. Quote,
Yep.
I'd take Hitler over any of the shit that's in Washington right now.
Yeah.
End quote.
Yep. Gotta love it.
Wow.
Yep.
What does he look
Hey,
like?
man, this shit is
He looks like
so...
this. This is him.
This shit is so funny to me when people are like this, because it's like, first off, you'll never be in the club. The club that they have of like racists and like just straight bigots and like the hard conservative guys. You know who learned this recently was Pearl, that conservative white
Mm.
conservative woman who
Yeah.
like was like a pundit on like Twitch streams, and she would go on these
Right.
like 20v1, which like those, by the way, have got to stop.
So
that was insane.
Having a bunch of
bad.
women and like one or two dudes, and these guys are
No,
just
I hate
like
that shit.
these guys are just fully mocking these women who either
Yeah.
don't know or
Yeah.
being paid enough to not care,
Yeah.
which in either way, sad for you. And also find a conscience.
It's
But
no, that shit is
this
like,
girl
serious.
Pearl would
I
go
got
on.
my opinions about that.
This
shit.
girl Pearl would go on and just like be openly misogynistic to other women, openly racist, openly homophobic, and all
Right.
this shit, and be like super like pro man and like anti misandry, which by the way, fuck off. Like
Bring back Miss
But
Andrew.
then she
Bill said
goes
it.
she goes on to an interview kind of like discussion thing with this other conservative guy
Okay.
who has been in like on news channels and like is also like a big social media conservative pundit. And the whole time she's like saying policies, like the same rhetoric and like just basically regurgitating everything she says on these other shows. And the whole time he's just like, no, I wouldn't do that. Well, because like one of them was like, oh, every birth, like you should have to do a paternity test. And he's like, why would I? No, I don't agree with that. You calling my wife a slut? My wife does whatever I want her to do. She's not going to cheat on me if I tell her not to cheat on me. She wouldn't do that. Like she's controlled. And
Mm.
Pearl's like, what? No, but like some
She's
men have to
controlled.
raise kids that aren't theirs. And he's just like, I don't care. You're not going to give me a paternity. I'm not doing that. That's obviously my child. And if it wasn't, I would know. And just like being like, shut up, woman. And it's like at the
Yeah.
end of the day, you'll never be in the club.
He won't be.
You'll never be
Mhm.
one of them. They don't
Dude,
want you.
It's like
they don't
George,
like you.
George Carlin said it. It's a big club. You're not in it.
Like,
You're
why do
not
you
in
think
it,
Ben
man.
Carson's gone? Like, do you think the Trump administration? No, they're fucking racists.
Mm-hmm.
The whole time. They always were.
It's convenience, bro.
Yeah.
There's the idea that
Which
you
is so funny
can-
coming from the party that like complains about DEI hire and
Mhm.
like all this like, you know, like critical race theory and shit like that. And then like at the end of the day, you know, obviously only hires minority and non-white people to be like,
to be
well,
the token.
oh, well, look, it's not all whites.
yeah. No, for real.
Some people have this perspective.
It's because when you do the DEI, then you actually have to hire them because you know they're talented.
You need to
not
hire on
just,
merit.
like,
I know.
talking.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
I
Yeah.
know. I completely agree. It's pretty
Mhm.
nuts. Pretty nuts. All right. Let's get to some current events real quick. We'll make it quick because we are
Yes.
coming up here pretty late into the show, but looking good. So,
Current events.
number one, this is something that I have been dealing with, and
Mm.
I've seen it a lot of people on TikTok dealing with it. And so it's good to know it's not just me because I swear my algorithm is not this. But I don't know if y'all have
Okay.
noticed on TikTok recently, do you guys often go into the comment section and click on the blue search comment?
Sometimes.
Okay. For me, and for a lot of people on TikTok that I've seen, this is the only reason I'm bringing it up, because at first I thought it was just me, and I was like, I'm not on those, accounts, but okay.
Are you on Book Talk?
No.
Are you
TikTok
sure?
search engine is turning into Twitter porn. If you look at one of those blue comments, the third or fourth search result is just breast. It's just either
Let's do a little
straight ass
experiment.
or straight
You
titties.
are. I don't need.
I'm
to
gonna
do the
try it right
experiment
now.
because you are totally correct.
Yeah.
I
What's up
100%
with- and it
agree
has
with that.
nothing to do with whatever you searched up.
500 No, I 100% agree. I've literally gone to have those blue comments check for everything between like what does a stingray look like underneath the water
Yeah.
to more
Wallace and Gromit 2015.
gorilla pointing.
yeah.
Like there's always just like
Yeah.
busty cleavage.
And it's
Busty,
also like
busty
the
cleavage.
same videos. Like
Uh,
often I see the same video pop or something of the same.
I mean, I
creator
believe it.
pop
I
up.
just
Like,
don't
it's-
look at
it's
it
like,
like that.
What? Well, also like, what kind of ad boosting are you doing
I mean,
to
clearly
always
it's
make
working.
it go
We're
up
seeing
on
it.
there? But like, when did that turn it? I mean, like TikTok is now just slowly introducing porn into all of these kids' For You pages and like search results.
Oh, yes.
That's crazy.
It's horrible. It's horrible. No, I hate that shit like the most.
That was my favorite
but
thing about TikTok was that like
it didn't have porn.
if you could really, mold your algorithm into something that was actually what you wanted to see consistently.
Mhm.
You mean the little like blue?
Yeah. So I
Yeah,
click on
yeah,
the blue
yeah.
comment, right?
Okay.
Now, how many searches until it's just some hot chick
Let's
that has
just see
nothing
some
to do
breasts.
with the search?
There
How many
she
was it in?
is.
Three?
Let's see.
Three,
One,
four?
The
one,
third.
two.
After it was some merch, but afterwards it was. a
It didn't
girl
take very
just-
long.
What was it? 4 or 5?
It was 3.
Yeah, like maybe. Well, I guess if you're counting
I
like
don't
each
count those.
individual.
Yes. Go individual. Like
1,
1,
2,
2,
3,
1, 2.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the
Nine.
ninth-
Okay,
I
so
ninth
that's not
genuinely
bad.
don't
Now,
count the
granted,
first
you're
4
not
because
on
they're
TikTok
sponsored
as much as
posts.
we are.
But I
The
mean,
first
yeah,
4 were
it's,
literally
it's
just like-
immediately,
Yeah, it's just
it's
some.
immediately back into,
It's just tits.
into that.
What's going on, TikTok? I don't want to fucking
You know
see
what?
that.
Here's the thing.
If I search something
I
up,
don't.
just show me that. The
It's
other
not
day,
TikTok.
literally last night, I'm searching up
It's
brunch.
society.
I'm trying to
It
search
is
up
full
brunch
society.
spots in Williamsburg because there's all those fucking foodie accounts that do brunch recommendation, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to just search up a good place to go to brunch in Williamsburg. And every fucking time, the 4th or 5th fucking search is just tits. I don't care.
Yeah.
I live in New York.
Look
They're
up-
out all the time.
That-
I
yeah,
see
They,
it.
that's the
they are
thing.
everywhere.
I have a
They're a
girlfriend.
part
I
of
see them whenever.
Williamsburg brunch.
Porn
That's
is
why
free.
it's there.
Yep.
Porn is
Well, it's in
free.
the algorithm because it's everywhere.
It's literally well, but
fucking
also
awful.
That's
man.
society.
I will
I'm
say
so sick of it.
we
No,
do.
The issue is
we do live in
now
New York.
Everybody has TikTok.
No, but it's not just New Yorkers
No,
that get
it's
it.
everywhere.
I get it.
No,
I'm
it is
just
fully
I'm saying
everywhere.
that like the algorithm obviously is doing it to everybody and all that other sort of stuff. We're probably
Desensitized to it.
desensitized at least a little bit to it because it's just objective of the fact that like very attractive people live in New York. Like
So true.
that it's just the way that it is, man. There have been times walking down the street where like it's not even like a oh man, like I'm really attracted. It's just that type of thing of how do you look like that for both men and women?
Yeah,
It's
I
like
definitely had that
this is a
moment where I'm
fucking
like, oh my
Gucci
God.
commercial. Like what are
Fully.
you
How do
doing?
you
Where
look like that?
where are you
Fully.
going
Ugh.
looking like that
Yeah.
on a Tuesday at 9 in the morning?
God
That's
Double
bless
fucking
cheeked
you
up.
crazy.
for it.
Yeah.
Whole lot
So-
of
God
ass.
bless you for it.
So we are, I think, the worst demographic to say that because if you go out to, I don't know, just somewhere that is not as many people, I guess. I wouldn't even say like urban versus rural or anything else like that. If you have less drop dead attractive people around, you're probably complaining about TikTok showing you those less. At least that would be my
Are
imagine.
you
I
saying
don't
that
know.
we're eating too good in New York?
Yes, we're eating too good. In New
We
York.
have it too good. Out
We have it way too good.
I
Maybe
do
so. I
fully
just think
agree on
TikTok, please
the-
fix that, or at least just fix my algorithm.
Still
can
fix
you,
it?
Yeah,
I'm
can you
tired of
clean
seeing
up
it.
all? I think that Phil needs his
Just
algorithm
clean
thing.
mine
I
up.
think still fix it
Just mine.
mainly because there's so many kids on that app. Because like once you're 18,
Well, yeah, and also,
man,
like, all those
fuck it,
girls
whatever.
who you see
Go
are, like,
go
either
look.
between 18
Yeah.
and 23.
Go look at
Yeah.
titties, man.
You're
You're
looking
good to
at
go.
children.
You're fine.
Yeah, I fucking
But-
agree.
That's a
I don't.
child.
How do you?
For
I
the-
don't know
yeah.
how you fucking control that.
For the
though.
kids, not only who are seeing that, but also for the kids who are being featured in that, not
Oh, yeah, I
not
haven't seen
ideal,
that
cool,
man.
shit.
TikTok.
I have not
Yeah.
seen that shit. Thank God.
Yep.
All right,
Not into that.
last topic, real quick. Diddy was arrested.
Yes, he was. He's
Diddy
on
was
suicide
fucking
watch
arrested,
at
and he's on suicide watch.
MD,
He has
MDC or
put
whatever.
up a $50 million bond package,
Yep.
which includes He already gave up his passport,
Yep.
but he's also every one of his immediate family members would be giving up their passport
Mhm.
so that they can't fly anywhere.
The bond's being
would
signed by
keep-
like his mom, his
It's
one
been-
of his like
his mom, his whole team has signed
his
it.
kids.
His family have signed it.
Yep.
Yeesh.
Mother
He
of
said
some
that
of
he
his
will
kids.
keep his
He is
plane
fucked.
in California while he stays in his Miami home. He has also said that he will basically give up all of his social media.
Yep.
He'll
No
be giving
female
up his
visitors.
phone. He'll give up his phone. He
Yep.
won't talk to people. And the judge has still said no.
Yeah.
Because he's way too much of a flight risk. Not only that, the main concern is intimidating witnesses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Oh.
he's
That's
out,
exactly what I was about
he
to
will
say.
have someone who can communicate. And if he can communicate, then he can threaten.
Well, and to the
This is the
continuation
exact
of
same
the
thing
crimes.
that they did with Jeffrey Epstein. That's why they didn't let him leave.
Yeah.
I think my
Mhm.
fucking mic.
He can still offend again too. Like, I mean, look, like obviously your
it didn't.
reputation is
My
in
bad.
the toilet, and there's a bunch of other things that probably made those freak off parties and the celebrity encounters easier, but you still got money, you still have influence, and you still know a lot of people who have money who you probably have some dirt
Well, and even
on
just
based upon those
seeing-
encounters.
Even
So
just seeing the arrest,
it'd be
some
pretty
people are
simple.
like, fuck.
yeah.
Like there's that one lady, I can't remember
Mhm.
her name. There's a woman who has basically been described as the Ghislaine Maxwell
Of Diddy.
To
of
Diddy.
Diddy,
Oh,
and
wow.
Well-
who was his like personal assistant and like scheduler
Yep.
for like 9 years.
Mhm.
Ooh, you did some bad
Did
things.
you-
you did some
fucking-
bad,
you fucking
bad
did some shit
things.
for sure.
So-
and if she were to
Ooh,
talk,
you going to the devil
it'd
right
be a
now?
wrap.
Yeah,
it'd be a
you are
wrap.
going to the
She
devil
could be
today.
Woody in the YSL case where
Yeah.
she comes in, she goes, "Okay, I get immunity for everything I'm gonna say." Yeah, he did that shit.
Yeah, all of it.
Oh
Everything.
yeah, he did all that shit.
Yeah,
he
we have
did that
evidence.
shit.
Yeah,
Name
it's all
something.
recorded.
He did it.
Mhm.
Yep, he did that. Yep, he did that.
He definitely did that.
Real quick,
twice.
one of the things confiscated or at least discovered in his Miami home that I think we have to talk about because it's on everyone's mind.
Mhm.
1,000 bottles
Yeah.
of baby oil.
Baby oil.
Do you know how long it takes to go through one bottle of baby oil? I've never finished one.
No.
To be quite honest, I've used it 4 times ever in my life, right?
What do you use baby oil for?
1,000 bottles.
What do
And
you use baby oil for besides?
tanning and lube.
That's it. Literally, that's it.
2 uses. Yeah.
Those are the two uses.
I told you I've only used it like
That's
3 or 4 times in
fucked.
my life.
So
So
call it baby oil.
yeah, I know.
Well, I mean,
gotta
it
change
was-
that. Well,
it's 'cause it's
it was
safe.
originally made, I believe, at least, and I could be wrong, for babies because it was like hydrating and like also cleansing.
Yeah,
Like,
but
I
the
think
fact
was
that
the
it's called
point.
baby oil.
No, no, listen.
Like just get
I
lube.
don't want it to continue. I'm
Cover
just
your
saying
baby
that
in lube.
I think that it was called baby
Lube
oil.
up the babe.
Yeah, get some
Before-
Astroglide on
Yeah,
that
we're going
guy.
to the beach.
use
Time to
was
lube up the
found.
babe.
Yep.
Yeah, I just can't imagine putting baby oil on a baby. I already think they look too slippery. So like, I feel like if there's just like a lubey baby, you're just gonna like, I don't know how you do that.
I hate the term looby baby.
Looby
That's
baby.
horrible.
Lubey baby. But no,
Lubey baby.
it's crazy that
10,000.
finally got gotten. No, just 1,000, but still
Well,
1,000
It's a lot of
bottles
bottles.
oil.
I still, you know what? I remember we had this conversation like last week, and I thought that they were the little guys. I think it was confirmed that they were like the big guys.
They were the
yeah,
big
no, they're
guys.
like the
the
regular
Johnson and
size,
Johnson,
yeah,
like
the
So
brown
did
bottle baby
Did he
oil.
get 1,000 for every single freak off party, or just like?
No, I think he just had it
supply.
ready to
He
go.
just had it ready,
But
just in case he wanted to freak off.
so
at a random
one of the other
time.
things, big things, is
freaking off,
tapes
man.
have been confiscated from his Miami home.
Jesus.
He had cameras cover every inch of the
fucking
house.
Yeah, literally fucking everywhere.
This is one of the things that's astounding to me. You have to have, like, I can't imagine that level of delusion where you have no plan, because eventually someone's going to find these, right? Someone who's not supposed to have them is going to have them.
Mm-hmm.
Plans fail. Plans fall through.
All the time.
Schemes fail because eventually you slip up. Someone slips up. Someone gets scared, lets it out. Someone works with the feds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, every inch of your house
Yeah.
for 20, 25 years, you're fucked.
That's
yeah,
evil.
so much evidence.
It's over.
Well, and
It's
also, as you
over.
were saying,
Also-
also just beyond evil to capture all of that and,
And-
then go back.
Well, and then to
have
blackmail.
the,
I mean, he's Roy
the
Cohn. He's fucking
backlog
Jeffrey
of
Epstein. And like
fucking,
to people
you
who
know,
thought that Jeffrey
mhm.
Epstein was an anomaly, you're an idiot.
No.
There is
Mhm.
whole businesses, an industry
He
built off of
was-
this type of blackmail and exploitation.
He was a big
of
whale.
Celebrities,
He was a
famous
whale.
people, diplomats, politicians. It's an industry.
The ocean is a lot
Washington
bigger
is
than
full
that.
of this. So, of course, this was going to happen, and of course, it's coming out of Miami. To be honest with you, like that seems like a place where this happened.
I'm waiting for them to confirm that he fucking raped Justin Bieber.
Oh, it definitely happened.
Because they said that there was final confirmation that he had sexually assaulted an
Usher.
18-year-old pop star that went on to be a household name in
be
like
Usher, too.
no, but it was like the mid 2000s.
Oh yeah, I mean, we all, dude. There's that video where he says, "For the next 48 hours, he's mine."
Yeah,
What?
that shit was fucked.
Yeah.
What do you want to do, Justin? Can I drive the Lambo? Hell no. Hell no. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Anyways, fuck you, Diddy. Fuck
Yep.
you, Sean Combs.
Fuck you,
I hope
Diddy.
you fucking rot in jail, and I hope that they
Fucking
get their
piece of
hands
shit.
on you.
And also,
Because if
just
someone
like,
were to get their hands on him in jail,
He's
it's
done,
he
man.
better be
wrap,
It's a wrap.
fucking dead.
That video of Cassie,
Horror.
dude, number one, it's horrible. Everyone knows it's horrible. Number two, it's scary how well he can hit, drag, beat this woman while keeping one hand on his towel like he's done it a million times.
Yeah.
Which he probably
Oh,
has.
he has. Yep. Very, very good attention
Nuts,
to detail
man.
on that one.
Nuts.
And then just to have
anyways,
the
glad
fucking
he's
gall to
arrested.
call yourself Love. Like
Yeah.
he tried to be calling himself like different names too.
Yeah.
He was Love for a while. Holy
I remember that in
shit,
all
you're
caps.
crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely
you are
insane.
actually
Yeah, he did
fucking
Love,
insane.
and then like I think that's what inspired Thugger to do Sex,
yeah,
where he wanted his name to be Sex.
yeah, but that's funny.
No, that is funny.
That is funny.
Love, that's just evil.
We'll see.
It's fucked up.
Free Thugger, by the way.
Free thug.
Well, that's basically our show. We're just going to come up on some upcoming projects at Bay One Entertainment. Make sure to watch out. We have 3 projects in film festival runs right now. We're waiting on one back for our project Clean It Out. And once we hear back from that, if we don't get in, then we're going to release it to the public.
Yes,
Woo!
yes.
We might
you
have
guys
a
will be
little
able to see
viewing.
it.
Who knows? We might have a little
Yeah.
party
that'd
at
be
one of
so
our friends'
fire.
venues. We'll
Yeah, if
see.
one of you guys are in New York, we'd love to see you out
through.
there for that.
Definitely
I'm
make sure to
so
check that
excited
out.
for
Make
this
sure to
one.
check out the Bay One Entertainment podcast. Sure to check us out on Instagram at Bay One Entertainment. You can also check us out on TikTok at the same link. You can follow my personal Instagram at phil.omf, phil.omf.
I'm at nick.bradshaw.20 on Instagram.
_K_Mora.
And
All
guys, if you find yourself in the Orlando area, as we mentioned, we're going to be
Oh,
going
yeah.
down for the Spooky Empire Film Festival for our film Nice Acts.
Shouts out.
We just got nominated for 3 awards for our short,
Mhm.
including Best Actor, Best Practical Effects, and Best Visual Effects.
Breast visual.
Best visual effects.
Breast.
If you guys happen to be in Orlando between October 11th and the 13th, we'd love to see you come out. I think that we're playing twice throughout the weekend, and then the award ceremony is on the 13th. Really hoping we can take one home. I'm proud of the film. I know that you guys are as well. I think that it's one of the stronger things we've ever shot.
Mhm.
So, yeah, if you're in the area, we'd love for you to see it. And if not, then keep an eye out for it at the top of next
And
year.
Just like speaking about that, since we're doing some shout outs because of that, we're getting nominated for SFX, visual effects, and actor Mark Schock.
Yep.
Shout out, amazing
Co-producer.
producer, actor, co-producer, writer. Kate
Friend.
Cannon, Mira for their practical work on the set and for the makeup. Oh my god!
If you guys
two of the
need
most talented individuals
SFX
I've met.
makeup work in the New York City tri-state area, look up Mira Cosmetics on Instagram. You'll be able to find some of her work. She's fantastic, great person to have on set, fantastic
for real.
attitude, and I mean, she just rolled with the punches as they came in through the production process. We had to run a little bit late. She was fine to stay. Amazing contractor. So
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
recommend more.
Catch her now. She just did Fashion Week too. She's gonna be unavailable soon.
Yeah,
she's
she's
blowing up.
phenomenal.
Yep.
She
She
and
is phenomenal.
Anthony
VFX.
De La Santa.
Yeah,
let's go.
Anthony De La
Doing
Santa.
the VFX that we also got nominated
Yep,
for.
VFX supervisor. He was able to take a pretty intricate fight sequence and turn it into something cool. So I'm
Absolutely.
excited for that.
Shouts out to the team. Thank you guys so much. And
Mhm.
everyone else, if
Yep.
we didn't mention you, thank you guys so much for, coming with us and bringing this stream to life, bringing this vision to life. We did an absolutely phenomenal job.
Yes, you
We
did.
can't wait to keep making them.
Absolutely. On to the
Mhm.
next one.
Well, thank
Yep.
you again for watching. This has been the Bay One Entertainment Bowcast.
Bowcast.
And we will see you next week. Thanks. Stay sexy, my babies.
Enjoy your week, guys.
Bye.